Hello, this is Lee from American Sports Analyst or ASAwins.com coming to you on Friday, January 26th. We've got a breakdown of the AFC and NFC Championship games for you. Three player props along with a free pick on the Lion 49er game. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Also, if you're looking for other free winning advice, you can check out ASAwins.com. We do offer free picks on our website on a daily basis. Also, some great packages from the experts that sell on our website, Scott Rickenbach, Nelly Sportsline, or Point Train Consulting, along with, of course, us, ASA or ASA Wins. So again, check that out this weekend. We'll have NFL bets for you on Sunday. Also, ASA will be releasing a top game or best bet in college basketball on Saturday. That game will be available Saturday morning. On a guaranteed basis, you only pay when the game wins. So be sure to check that out, asawins.com on Saturday morning. Let's get to our player props first and then our free pick next. Our first player prop is going to be over 10.5 rushing attempts, Lamar Jackson of the Ravens. At first we looked at his rushing yards total, but to be honest, if you're thinking of betting that, his rushing total is 65.5 for this game. That's 10 yards higher than his total last week or his total rushing yards in his last 10 games, so we feel you've lost a ton of value with that. But we do like his rushing attempts over instead. Jackson has averaged 9.35 rushing attempts per game. He ran it 11 times last week against a good Texans rush defense. Jackson has rushed it 11 or more times in 4 of the last 6 games he's played in. Last week, of course, in Buffalo, Bills quarterback Josh Allen ran it 12 times against this Chiefs defense. With Kansas City in man coverage defensively, that gives Jackson more opportunities to run the football as the defensive backs do have their backs to the line of scrimmage. Easier for him to take off when the play breaks down. So we'll go over 10.5 rushing attempts, Lamar Jackson, as our first player prop. Our second prop is switching to the San Francisco 49er Detroit Lion game. We like Brock Purdy over 274 passing yards. Purdy has been over 60% completion rate 3 times this season. Once was last week against Green Bay in rainy conditions. He had problems, obviously, gripping the football. Played with a glove, without a glove. Nothing seemed to work. And then 2 other times during the regular season, he was under 60% completion rate, and that was against Cleveland and Baltimore, who both rank in the top 5 in opposing quarterbacks' completion percentage. Purdy now faces a Lions defense that is 30th in passing yards allowed per game and 31st in yards per completion. Take a look at the last 5 weeks, the quarterbacks and yardage allowed by the Detroit Lions. Nick Mullins for the Vikings threw for 411. He averaged 261 on the season per game. Dak Prescott threw for 345 yards against the Lions. His season average was 265. Mullins again threw for 396 yards. Matt Stafford threw for 367. His season average 264. And Baker Mayfield threw for 349 last week and missed several big opportunities. And his season average was just 238. So all of those quarterbacks threw for well over their season average against this Lions defense. Purdy did average 266.5 passing yards per game this season. He threw for over 272 8 times this season. We like Brock Purdy to have a big day through the air, over 274 or 274.5 passing yards for Brock Purdy. On the flip side, we're going to go over Jared Goff's passing yards of 255.5. He's thrown for over this number in 6 straight and 12 times this season. He averages 270.5 passing yards per game. San Francisco is average or below in pass defense. They allow 213.4 passing yards per game. That's 14th in the NFL. They allow 23.9 completions per game. That's 30th. And they rank 21st in completion percentage against. If the Lions do fall behind in this game, they'll abandon the running game and throw it on every down. Detroit was 10th in passing attempts per game this season, 2nd in passing yards per game, and 5th in completion percentage, 7th in yards per completion. So we like Goff over the 255.5 passing yards. Our free bet is the Detroit Lions and their team total over 20.5. The Lions averaged 27.2 points per game on the season. That was the fifth most in the NFL. On the road, they put up 24.1 points per game. Again, that's over this total. Detroit was ninth in yards per point scored, as it took them just 14.4 yards gained to score 1 point. They average 5.9 yards per play, so they do have an explosive offense. That was one of the top 5 in the NFL. And they've scored 20 or more points in 16 of 19 games this season. So we like the Lions team total over 20.5. So there you have it, our breakdown for the weekend on the NFL games. And again, we'll have NFL bets available at asawins.com. Be sure to check it out. Also hit the like, subscribe down below. You'll stay current on all the free plays that we do offer here on our YouTube channel. As always, thanks for checking in. Best of luck and good luck with all your wagers.